Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
Todd.
Corey.
Austin.
We are playing COHORS Cthulhu, which is like other Cthulhu games, except set in the days of the Roman Empire.
I thought we were all going to be drinking banquet beer.
Oh, hey, hello.
That's not how you pronounce. I always pronounced it COHORS.
It could be. Yeah.
That's how they pronounce it in the Old West.
COHORS Light, the silver bullet.
We've been wrong for 30 years. That's what it is. Yeah, so this is another 2D20 game from Modifius. You play as men and women in the ancient days of the Roman Empire, investigating Cthulhu stuff.
And this is the quick start of this, right?
It is indeed.
I don't think the game's out.
I don't think so.
Depends on when you're listening.
Yeah. If you're listening circa 2029, it probably is out.
And everything burns.
Yeah. Also, you're probably in some bunker somewhere. And
Oh, and hey, congrats on being the only one with electricity.
yeah.
Woo.
Well, I mean, I will have electricity.
Well, yeah.
And let's face it, Austin's definitely dead.
Fuck you. I'm the one running the hamster wheel.
I told you to tell no one. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with the 2D20 system, the rules are pretty straightforward. At minimum, you're going to roll, 2D20s, and you want to roll low. If you roll under a certain threshold based on your character stats, you get successes. If you get more successes than the difficulty of the task, then you do it.
Yep. Pretty simple. There's certain things that can change that. You can gain momentum, or us as characters can gain momentum. Kyle has the opposite of that, which is threat.
I do.
And that can do such things as give you some more dice or change some shit, add some damage to your rolls, and give your friend a cupcake.
Yeah. Enough threat can make you poop your pants.
Cupcake Cthulhu.
I'm down.
From the makers of Cupcake Homicide Cop. Cupcake Cthulhu.
The Great Cthulhu Bake Off.
You're running an artisanal bakery just outside of Vancouver, but the cult has other plans. All right, so we are using pre-generated characters. The guys went through the list, picked out some characters, so we're going to talk about those now.
Yeah, we always love using pre-gen characters whenever we have the opportunity. Just gives us a little something extra to play with.
And a lot less work.
That's true.
We could just jump right in.
Really appeals to my laziness. Austin, who are you playing today?
So I'm definitely playing the quote-unquote straight man of the group this time around. My character's very serious, very dignified, very erudite. I'm playing Egino.
How do you spell it?
Egino.
That's his name-o. So he's a farmer?
Egino, I guess.
Whatever you want to go with.
We're going to call him Gene.
Gotcha.
I like Egano. And I won't let go of him.
Let go my Egano.
Tar. I'm doing great so far tonight, guys. Welcome to humor.
I think we should just call him, instead of calling him Gene, I think he should be Gino.
Gino?
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
He can be Gino.
I often think about this when we start a new game. I'm like, this is likely somebody's first episode. Let's do it real good. And it's always shit. How we've gained listeners, I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm an old man who's a Germanic priest of Tiwaz, otherwise known as Tyr, which is a little bit cross-cultural. This is normally about the Romans, but I believe Tyr is one of the Nordic gods. Am I right?
Yeah, as we think of it, but the Nordic gods get... So they're Germanic gods, and the Germanic tribes would have probably had similar deities. They would have just called them different things. And yeah, this takes place in the Roman Empire, but there are lots of Germans.
I think Tyr is the god that Eric Clapton worshipped. He was always talking about him up in heaven.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After he pushed his child out a window.
Tyr, the child-pushing god.
They didn't have a god for everything back then.
Tyr, the god of juvenile divinistration.
Again, welcome new listeners.
Hey, like, somewhere there's a history major losing his shit over that.
I'll just edit in me at the beginning. If you're new, don't listen.
So Gino is an older man in his late 50s, so since this is Roman times, that's fucking ancient. He's served his people for quite a long time. He's also lived in the shadow of a tribal elder, a significant forebear of his. that's put pressure on me to excel to meet my family's lofty expectations. And he's also seeking vengeance for a wrongdoing. In fact, I've written down here that significant forebear was murdered, and I'm looking for his killer.
Okay, that's all fine and good, but has he got any magic power?
He does. I have the Bounty of Balder. That's a runic shield.
I think Sven has that.
I think so.
Octung Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a little bit of crossover.
But that's a Norwegian Viking god, though.
There's many cultures here.
Oh, okay.
Well, again, the groups we think of as the Norse, or AKA the Vikings, and the Germanic tribes of northern Germany
Yeah,
are
not so far apart.
very similar peoples.
It's just like in the modern day, Christians have Jesus Christ, and then other people have Charles Manson.
I see.
I have the Curse of Loki for sowing confusion and dread in the enemy's ranks. I'm literally giving people terrifying visions of giants and monsters in order to bewilder, mislead, and demoralize. And I have the Ravens of Woden. That one fortifies my allies with the spirit of brave warriors battling eternally in Valhalla. So all of us become resistant to fear and terror whenever I use that spell.
Cool. So you're the wizard.
So this is definitely just buff spells. I'm a little bit disappointed reading through this that I don't have anything that fucks people up like a hammer.
Corey.
I'm playing Hero Dion. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Herodion?
Hey, okay. He's a Greek courier.
Yeah, it's definitely Herodion.
Yeah. So I assume
Herodion.
Dion the hero.
Okay, and well, he's a Greek courier, so I take that to mean he's the mailman of the damned.
Yep.
In parentheses, schemer. I think that's his main class.
Oh.
He's a Greek man in his early 30s, led an interesting but sometimes difficult life. His memories of his family are hazy, but he's held on to one of being told his ancestors once lived in Atlantis before it fell. And it talks a lot in his description about how he's got Atlantean blood. And it totally reminds me of like redneck dudes talking about how they've got Cherokee blood.
Absolutely. Especially now that we know from
Right.
our playing of Octone that we all have Atlantean blood in us.
Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dude with no personality that's trying to jazz it up, but
Yeah.
but he's just a fucking rube.
Corey, anecdotally, didn't you once run across a woman who claimed that she was 1/8 Bohemian?
Yeah, she said she came from the Bohemian Indian tribe, and I was like, madam, I shall walk away. But yeah, like the redneck dudes in our time, I've always often referred to them as the trailer park of tears, those kind of guys.
So you're playing a Greek redneck. Is that what you're...
I don't know that he's a redneck. He's a pretty smart guy. He ended up getting jobs. He was like a slave for a minute, but he quit. Got another job, I guess. I don't
That's
know.
how that works.
I glanced over this.
He left that off of his resume when he applied for the new job.
Yeah. You don't want to put that down.
Well, speaking of new job, he turned his fortunes around in Colonia and was garnering the attention of a secret patron who spotted his potential and recruited him to join a branch of the Fingers of Dawn.
Oh, that's a secret society.
Okay.
Dedicated to essentially fighting the Cthulian mythos.
Okay, he doesn't really know that. He's a junior member and largely uninformed of the cult's shit. He just got a
Gotcha.
job.
Yeah. Well, I guess I wasn't thinking about it, but given the fact that your character may have some Atlantean origins and Austin's German wizard has a spell from Octone Cthulhu, I mean, obviously this game, given it seems like Modifius' intent is that this is
Canon.
the same world as Octone Cthulhu.
Okay, cool.
Because if you recall, in our campaign,
Which we're
of Octone
playing,
Cthulhu,
the campaign we're playing is Shadows of Atlantis.
yeah, it plays quite prominently.
Well, another crossover. One of his talents is Bizarre Insight, which I think
Oh, that's definitely one. Todd's character and mine have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I had the insight.
We're going to get to Todd's character. He's going to be playing an Australian woman with a psychic dog.
Todd's actually just playing Skippy the Seal in this game. Is that what it is?
Flappy.
Flappy.
Okay, shit.
How could you not remember that? So, well, Todd, in that case, tell us about your character.
Well, my character is a Germanic archer. Her name is Gerfried. She is a scout, and she's kind of a mercenary. She'll kill somebody for money. Not a fan of the Romans, but she's willing to take their money. Years ago, She was exposed to horrors in her life. She was once among a group that was set upon by cultists of Mormo. She bears a sigil on her skin that she's never been able to remove as a legacy of that encounter.
A lot of people got those tribal tattoos in the 90s.
Yeah.
It is a tramp stamp.
I thought so.
I was going to go with either tramp stamp or the barbed wire around the bicep.
Ooh, that's still cool.
Anyway, she saw lots of strange things, from the netherworld, and that has led her to be rather aloof and distant with her peers. But if you earn her friendship, she is a steadfast ally. Let's see, what does she have? She has talents. There's eye for weakness. I am able to spot vulnerabilities in my quarry's defenses, natural or otherwise. She's very keen-eyed. She has eyesight as sharp as an eagle's. I can increase the effective range of ranged weapons by one zone to a maximum of extreme. Numb to horrors because she's seen all that shit. Blood, death, violence do not affect her mentally.
That's like having a Twitter account, essentially.
She's woodwise when she is in the woodlands of Germania. Number of successes required for any test to find food or shelter or to navigate is reduced by 1. It can even reduce tests to a difficulty of 0, usually an automatic success.
Damn.
She's got a spear, a bow, she's got mail. She wears a warm woolen cloak that can conceal her identity, and she has a survival kit like tinderbox with flint and steel, warm blankets, preserved food. She's got rope, enough canvas to erect a shelter, all kinds of cool stuff. She has a personal agenda. She wants to hunt a great beast.
Okay.
And her main characteristic, as we said, is touched by shadow. That encounter with the power that hides in the darkness has left a literal mark on her. And she has a quote at the bottom of her character sheet. It says, "There's far worse than beasts in these deep forests. Best not to stray too far from the path without my guidance, and if you see me run, follow."
Hero Dion also has, or what'd you say it was? Herod Ion? Herodion.
Actually, I'm losing track.
Okay.
I like Dion the hero.
Just call him Hero. But he also has a personal agenda. Uncover secrets. You set out to learn the secrets of everyone you encounter. Hee
And my agenda is my search for vengeance. And Kyle, I have an additional effect that, regrettably, I have to make you aware of. One of Gino's talents is envy and attention. You hold a considerable status in society, and while that comes with numerous benefits, it can cause challenges and complications to arise as well. Essentially, you get an extra 2 threat starting the game.
Hooray.
fuck. Don't you start off with like 6 automatically?
I do.
I hate everything. Yeah, and the main characteristic of Herodion is his Atlantean ancestry. It actually gives him certain exceptional insights and abilities. You might receive visions or experience inexplicable phenomenon related to your Atlantean ties. They're just real wet.
So I like that we all actually have a little bit of cultic tie-ins this time around.
Yep, pretty stupid.
Gino also, in addition to his magic, has an amulet that comes from his famous ancestor that actually protects me from spells. But that'll come into play later.
A short time ago, you joined a small caravan for a journey to the town of Lorium, deep in Germania. Having heard these frontier roads to be perilous and seeing the benefit of mutual protection. Other than your group, the caravan included 2 wagons laden with an assortment of tradable provisions owned by a trio of merchants, each escorted by hired guards. The caravan was led by a Roman named Caius Vigenius Velus. After a damp morning with a light rain, spring day had warmed up, become a nearly enjoyable afternoon as you traveled along the rutted road until, on entering a dense stretch of woods, everything around you became a frenzied tumult. There had been no warning of imminent attack, no shouted demands, just incoherent screams and roars as the caravan was beset. A dozen enraged madmen spilled from the shadows, weapons in hand, eyes wild and bloodshot, as they lashed out at anyone they could reach. The drivers of the wagons were pulled down and brutally clubbed like baby seals. Even as the few mercenaries... I added that part. Even as the few mercenaries protecting the merchants threw their weapons had joined the melee. It was settled in a quick flurry of hacking blows, grunts of pain, and bodies falling to muddied soil. You were among the few survivors. You can hear hasty footfalls as the surviving attackers flee into the trees as suddenly as they first arrived. You and the other survivors are scattered in disarray across a wide area around the wagons, both of which have been damaged in the fight, with wheels shattered. The mules that had pulled them are slain or run off in panic. The bodies of many of your former traveling companions and some of the attackers are bleeding on the ground everywhere you look. You did not have time to take concerted action during the battle. Each of you responded according to your own instincts and nature. Some of you drawing weapons to fight, others seeking cover or trying to withdraw to relative safety. Several of you suffered minor scrapes and bruises in the clash. As you take stock, you realize one desperate melee is still underway. Caius Agenius Velis, the caravan master, is locked in a deadly clinch against a burly man in a stained tunic. A bloodied short blade is in the attacker's right hand, which Caius has seized to try to keep the weapon away from his supple, stabbable flesh. You can see a deep rent in the caravan master's side, a tunic now sopped with an alarming amount of blood. His strength is waning. So, Austin, what did your character, Gene, try to do in the fighting?
He actually used his spell casting to try and protect many of the fighters around him.
Ah, I see. Corey, what about her Odeon?
It's Herodion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction.
Jesus. Well, he would get a stab in where he could, but mostly he was like eyeballing the attackers to see if he could figure out their secrets
Gotcha.
and where they came from. He was really studying the group of, what was it, bandits?
You don't really know. It was just people come running out of the woods.
Okay.
They made no demands. They simply set upon you with hooks and swords.
Okay, he was trying to figure out who the hell they were while throwing a stab every once in a while.
During the battle, you took a glancing shoulder blow. This is a new truth for you. It may affect you negatively. It effectively acts as an injury.
Yeah, every character has truths, like Herodion's truths are Greek, Atlantean ancestry, former servant, and I have secret.
Gerfried also has a secret. That's one of her truths.
Cool.
Oh, so does Gene.
So that works a little differently than other truths. If you recall, and for listeners who may not know, truths in Octon Cthulhu or COHORS Cthulhu are, well, true things about your character.
I think most D20 games have this. I know Dune did, and I don't know, we played a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It was essentially a mechanic for you to have specific characteristics to either leverage or take advantage of, but it was also mostly there to facilitate some of the talents that we had, which could create new truths about certain characters in the midst of like negotiations and stuff like that.
Yeah, and while you're undertaking a task, if you can leverage a truth positively, or if one impacts you negatively, it can increase or decrease the difficulty of the task.
We always forget to use this.
Constantly. Constantly. Now, the I have a secret works a little differently. You can use I have a secret to affect any task, but once you do it for the first time, you have to replace it with the newly revealed truth about your character. So if Corey wants to use I have a secret to convince someone that he knows a lot about wine, he could say his secret truth is escaped or like former
Sommelier.
Sure. And that's his new truth,
Yeah.
right?
So it's essentially a placeholder for a truth that we haven't created yet. But once we create it, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. I don't know that the other 2D20 games have that,
I don't believe they do.
which every one has little differences that are always fun to come across.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of mechanics that you can fill out during play to kind of see how things are going.
Sure.
And you could wait, which we probably won't for our purposes, but if you were playing a campaign of COHORS Cthulhu, you wanted to hang on that to see how the campaign was really going, and
Sure.
then you pull it in, and it could be really, really potent potentially. But okay, so you had tried to get a bead on the attackers. Todd, what about Gerfried?
Gerfried is an excellent climber, so she would immediately climb up into a tree and attempt to take out as many madmen as she could with her bow and arrow.
I see. Well, she climbed very hastily and scraped up her hands, but she slew a number of them, she believes. There are arrows sticking out of corpses.
And we don't understand them, but they're screaming in a weird language. Wait, we're just trying to show you a new marketing technique. It's a madman, right?
So, Todd, you have a new truth called scraped hands.
I will retrieve my arrows.
But for now, your caravan master, Caius, is locked in brutal death grip with the last remaining attacker, a large hirsute man. What do you do?
So, Kyle, are we on mounts or are we just on foot? I know Todd's in a tree. I don't know if he has got a tree climbing horse, but...
No,
I do not. No.
You have no horses, and as far as you can tell, the tree in which Gerfried has placed herself is not a treant.
Quick question, though, Kyle. Since Corey brought it up, can I have a psychic tree climbing horse?
No.
Damn it.
If you had dropped any one of the various modifiers, you might have gotten something, but not altogether, no. And the ship has sailed. So, what are you going to do? Caius is greatly imperiled.
What if I give the horse diabetes?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Type 1 or type 2?
Type 2.
No.
Ah, damn it!
Can Gino cast a spell on this attacker?
Yes, by all means.
So the old man raises his arm, spreading his fingers in the direction of the attacker trying to stab the caravan master, and just says, "May your scares become substance." And he's going to cast Curse of Loki.
Oh, I see.
Spell effect. It's an attack spell. The spellcaster inflicts power +2 mental damage with the stun damage effect on all enemies within close range.
Okay.
Now, this is my first time really playing a wizard. I have a power rating of 4, as listed up top. All of my magic is insight based.
All right.
I am a traditional and runic spellcaster, and each of these spells notates a drain. Now, that's on my stress, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the drain is essentially the negative impact casting the spell has upon you.
Okay. So this is 5 drain, so not insignificant, but I do have 16 stress overall.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, this will be 5 drain after I cast it, but it is just difficulty 2 to cast, which I think is pretty standard.
I think you're wearied from the fight. So
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and spend a threat and increase your difficulty by 1.
Okay. So I'll be using insight to cast this. Now, can I just pick the skill that is associated with this? Oh, no, never mind. There is a skill associated with each individual spell. This one is persuasion.
Cool.
All right. So Kyle, just take that threat back, and I'll generate a second or a third die.
Gotcha.
So my persuasion is a 5, insight is a 10, so target number 15. Focus in charm and invocation, so my crit range goes all the way up to 5 as well.
Wow. This is really good spellcaster for a preaching character.
Yes. There's a 16, a 6, and a 2. So 3 successes.
All right. Well, that is what you needed. What's the effect on this fellow?
This inflicts power +2, so my power rating is 4, so I'd be rolling 6d6 against this fella. All right, so this will be mental damage. That's calculated by the d6. These are the effects die that we roll for 2d20 for all those that may not be familiar. In every 2d20 game, the effects die are the same. A 1 and a 2 applies those corresponding values of damage. A 3 and a 4 is nothing, and a 5 and a 6 is 1 point of damage plus an effect. And in this case, for every effect, it will also add a stun to the mental damage.
Yeah, so to stun him, you will need to accumulate effect equal to or greater than his resilience.
Okay, which is what in this case?
In this case, it is 3.
Okay, rolling 66. No nulls this time around.
Good
There's
job.
A 1, a 2, and then 3 5s and a 6. So a total of 7 damage and 4 effects.
So that is enough to stun him. What does this spell look like when it's cast?
It depends on the fears of the victim. Gino generally tries to dig into the enemy's subconscious and bring up whatever their greatest fear is.
So he's naked at school?
You have a test tomorrow. But when he casts this spell, the tips of his fingers light up the way he spreads them as he raises his arm and points it towards the enemy. And as his fingertips glow, the temples of the enemies within range, because this is just an AoE effect. This is not something that has to necessarily be targeted at just a single person. But the temples and eyes of every person light up as you see them reacting to whatever it is that they see. In this case, it looks like this dude is deathly afraid of some sort of insects, because he begins clawing at his skin and screaming as he stumbles back and almost ripping his robes off, trying to get whatever it is off of him.
So this large man, he stumbles back, tearing at his garments, trips over a huge log, and falls unconscious into the leaves. He is definitely stunned and knocked out of battle. Caius collapses in a heap, holding at his wounded side.
Take heart, my friend. We will get you to your destination.
And Austin, you need to roll your drain.
Yeah, that's 5d6. I rolled 4 nulls and a 5, so 1 damage and 1 effect.
So, what is your courage?
I actually have courage this time around, believe it or not. All of my other 2d20 characters did not, but I have 2 courage.
And courage is essentially like mental damage soak.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
armor and courage. Armor obviously being physical damage soak.
Indeed.
So that does soak the 1 point of damage, but you also get a threat for every effect I roll whenever I'm rolling drain.
Nice. So the forest is quiet. You can hear in the distance the last of the attackers running. Caius is breathing heavily, laying against the side of a wagon. It looks like the rest of your compatriots are dead or fled.
And Herodion enters the scene, sword raised. Don't worry, friends. I will make short work of this beast. Atlantean ancestors, grant me the strength and wisdom of the mighty sea turtle. And he attacks the stunned guy on the ground. It's
So-
like stabbing.
Just hacking.
Yeah.
As you go over the log, this man is laying on his back, and his eyes are open and clear-eyed, and he raises, "Please, no, what's going on?
You do not wish to meet your end at my blade?
Who are you?"
Herodion,
"No, I
Johnson,
bear you no ill, friend, please."
why have you attacked us?
Who? I don't remember.
What?
What do you mean you don't remember?
I was having a dream. He buries his head in his hands and begins weeping, muttering about the curse. It's the curse.
Sounds like somebody's got a secret. And he perks up
And looks directly into camera.
and winks.
Caius is busy bleeding to death.
Gerfrid will attempt to see to Caius.
All right. Yeah, his tunic is wet with blood as his heart continues to pump it out of his body, since no one tried to give him first aid until now. Thank you, Todd.
Well, I'm from Atlantis. We like wet.
Todd, do you have any sort of medical skills?
Survival.
Yeah, sure.
Parentheses, hunting and woodcraft.
Well, you could craft a splint.
I was ready to say,
to
yeah,
cram in the wound.
That's what I was thinking. I'll just, whittle me down a log and
Yeah.
shove it in there to stop the bleeding.
Kyle, might I assist here? I do actually have a cool under pressure talent for medicine.
Oh, okay. Do you have medicine?
I do. Medicine of 2.
Well, perhaps you should do something.
Okay, Todd, do you want to assist me?
I will assist you.
All right, so maybe Todd's survival skills could help me scavenge supplies for some sort of...
Yeah, Todd, you can roll an assist. And for folks who don't know, an assist in COHORS Cthulhu is similar to that in Octo Cthulhu. Instead of rolling 2d20, you roll 1d20. And if you get any successes, they are essentially given to the person you're assisting. But to make those count, the main roller, in this case Austin, has to generate at least 1 success on their own.
I think insight and survival would apply here.
Yeah.
Gerfrid's insight is 11, and her survival is a 3, so we're looking at a target number 14.
Okay,
And that's an 11.
nice.
So that's 1 success.
All right, so Gino's cool under pressure talent says when the situation gets tough, you take a deep breath and get the job done. When you make a medicine-based test, you may spend a fortune point to automatically pass that skill test, but you generate no momentum.
Speaking of momentum, Austin, one thing that I failed to mention in Gerfrid's survival kit, the very last thing it comes with, it says here, is enough supplies to provide 3 bonus momentum for buying D20s. So we actually have 3 momentum already banked.
Now, with that being bonus momentum, would that be relevant to whatever action you're using that on?
Yeah, it would be. So it is true that you do have 3 momentum banked.
But only I can use them?
Yeah, because it's your item. And once you spend those, they're gone.
Yeah.
And you'd have to, replenish your supply.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, I could spend a fortune to automatically pass this, but Todd's already rolled 1 success. We got pretty good odds. So I'm going to be rolling my medicine plus
Coordination.
Okay, in this case. So my target number is a 9.
And your difficulty is 2.
Okay. Already got 1 success from Todd. So rolling these 2 D20. There's a 3. The other one's an 18, but I rolled a 3. So 2 successes.
Working with the tools at hand, you treat the wound as best as possible, and Caius's breathing begins to become not so heavy and labored. And he says, he puts a bloodied hand on Jean's shoulder. He says, there's a village, Lupford. It's nearby. We might gain sanctuary there.
Yes, I'm not sure if we can carry you, but we can try.
Perhaps one of the younger people.
Yes.
The Greek, perhaps.
I'm busy. Cal, can I use Bizarre Insight? I want to find out more about this curse. Bizarre Insight, I give you a threat to obtain information. I get to ask you a question.
You may always give me a threat.
Okay, I'm going to use Bizarre Insight to see if we know any information about this curse.
Okay. So, do you want to read Bizarre Insight for us?
Yeah, your mind often shows you glimpses of things you couldn't otherwise know. Once per scene, you may generate 1 threat to the GM's threat pool to obtain information. And I don't need to succeed on a skill test to do so.
Perhaps it's your Atlantean ancestry.
Blah, blah, blah.
Or perhaps it's some other aspect of the weirdness in these woods. But you believe this man, and you even have a brief and bizarre insight into some madness, some nightmarish vision which drove him from his home, he and the others, to fall upon this convoy. He was indeed, you are convinced, acting not of his own willingness.
My friends, I have had the vision. These madmen were not acting on any kind of cruelty or malice. They have, in fact, been bewitched, friends.
Oh, yes, their jeebies got heebied. I've seen this before in certain circles.
So if you just stab them a little bit, I think it wears it off.
I don't remember reading that in the book.
It worked on Craig here.
Did you
Waltham.
already stab him?
He got hurted.
My name is Waltham. Please, no stabbing.
You will be the one to carry this injured man into the village.
Yeah, he pushes himself to his feet and moves over and helps Caius. Caius at first draws back, but you assure him that Waltham is harmless now.
Okay.
And so help me, if you try to stab him again, I'm going to turn you inside out.
I could never even kill a chicken.
I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll figure it out.
So we're the only 4 survivors, right?
Yes.
So can we try to find some horses? Like some spares?
I believe the introductory text specifically mentions the mules as having been slain or run off.
Fuck me.
Yes. Well, one of them had gingivitis,
Okay.
so you wouldn't want that one anyway.
Herodian only knows how to ride a seahorse anyway, so.
Yeah. But Waltham tells you that he is from a village named Lupford nearby, and he can lead you there.
This village, Lutheran, you speak of,
Yeah, yes.
are all the inhabitants ate up with it like you? And I do have a skill called Practice Listener. My homeland is rife with the great thinkers of the age, each with their own unique perspective on truth. Hearing the words in the streets of Greece and at the forum has given you a keen mind for insight. When performing an insight-based test to determine the honesty of someone speaking, you may re-roll each d20 that fails to result in a success. Damn, that's just instant fucking success.
Yeah.
And I have an 8 in insight, and then I do have a skill in observation. I have a 4, but I also have a focus in observation of hearing.
Okay, yeah, roll your insight and observation.
So the focus is going to increase my crit range. So anything 4 and below
Yep.
is a success.
It's double success.
That's right. So target 12. 7 and a 1, so 3 successes.
Okay.
Excellent.
Do you want to bank 2 momentum?
Sure.
Good call.
I think we've earned it.
So, yeah, he mutters something about the curse, and you'll likely be safe. Just lock the doors and pray to the gods. And you get the feeling that he's not at all sure that you'll be safe. Seems very fearful for what might happen to you.
It would be wise to watch our steps. I don't cotton to Lutherans anyway. I am a follower of Tyr.
Well, is there any water source there? I need to wet up a little bit. My people dry out quickly.
Yes, we have
I'm part Atlantean. What do you think about that, buddy?
I'm quickly discerning the main characteristic being that this dude never fucking shuts up about it. I like it.
We have a well.
Well,
So
I think we should get moving.
Yes, we wasted enough time here. Let's go off with you. Off with you.
is this the same village Caius was talking about?
yes,
Okay. Well, I guess since we're playing the game, we'll go there.
good call.
Yeah.
You could go elsewhere, but there would be less adventure.
Okay.
Mostly just trees.
Okay.
Before we begin our journey, I think I should warn each and every one of you that we are in the forest of the lindworm.
Oh?
The lindworm is like a giant snake. It has wings, but it is no dragon. I have been hunting this beast for years. I just want to let you know that if we encounter it, I will do my best to kill it once and for all.
Oh, yeah, well, I killed the Kraken.
And if we run into the Krampus, please just keep going. We used to date. I'll take care of that.
Previously there was no lindworm in this adventure. But
Isn't that part of your character's goals or something, though?
It is her personal agenda
Oh.
to hunt a great beast.
Okay, cool.
So I looked up some beasts of German myth, and I just liked the way lindworm sounded.
That must have been an old website because they're all over Germany nowadays.
The lindworms?
Yeah.
Yes, they had a big scandal over the kidnapping of the lindworm baby.
That's right.
it's close to nightfall before you reach the village. The narrow trail cutting through the forest, hemmed in with dark pines, opens onto the outskirts of a Germanic settlement. Its thatched huts and buildings built close together within the long shadows of the surrounding forest. In cleared areas stand small and squalid farms, no bigger than can feed a single family, many looking overgrown and poorly tended. Scrawny cattle and goats peer at you balefully before lowering their heads to chew on the sparse vegetation. The huts on the periphery are dark and quiet. A few sullen workers are still struggling with heavy plows, while others are lugging bulging sacks into barns or onto rickety wagons, almost deliberate in ignoring their surroundings. While it is difficult to gauge the number of villagers who live in this place, you can see the roof of a larger structure at what seems to be the village center.
Wolfram, your home is shitty.
Yes.
Atlantis is much nicer.
It's actually literally shitty. You see those big bulging bags they're carrying to the barns? Those are the early colostomy bags of the time.
We call them Daves in Atlantis.
It was a nice place before. He lowers his eyes. The curse.
Tell us more of this curse.
I don't know much, but Miltrude, she's the elder. She could tell you much.
Well, what did you guys do that was so bad to get cursed? No, nice people don't get a curse.
I don't know. I'm just a farmer.
Yeah, I don't believe that. You got a secret.
My old father was killed by a curse. I want to know more about this town.
So, Walthram, while helping Caius, leads you to the large wooden hall, the center of the village. It's this sloped-walled building fronted by a pair of stout oak doors. As you approach, there's an older woman tending to a pair of elderly goats. She's feeding them little bits of vegetable. And she turns to you as you move her way. And Warley, looking at Walthram and then the rest of you, raises a hand in greeting. I'm Miltrude. Welcome. Who are you?
Greetings, woman. I am Herodion. I see you're old. Our trip was long and I am weary. Do you have any fishes I could kiss?
Ignore him, he has Atlantean blood. I am Gino the Mystic.
I am Gerfried.
Our blood is wetter than most people's.
Why have you come to our village?
It was the only place.
We seek refuge here after being set upon on the road, partly by this one over here.
And he points at Walthram.
But we believe he was the victim of some sort of mind-controlling curse. Perhaps something related to the curse that has beset your town, which we would like to learn more about. Speak quickly, because I am in my 50s and I have perhaps 30 minutes left to live.
He was not alone. There were others.
It was a bunch of dudes. They come attacking.
I assume they come from this village. Speak! Nay!
So, if you want to persuade Mildred to help you, you need to roll gravitas plus persuasion.
So Gino has the silver-tongued talent, allowing you to influence people to adopt your views quickly and effectively. When you attempt to sway someone to your way of thinking, you reduce the difficulty to your persuasion-based test by 1.
Oh.
Which is good, because if it were up to Gerfried, others find your distant manner off-putting, increasing the complication range of all persuasion-based tests I make by 1.
No way.
I
Yeah.
never would have guessed.
All right, Austin, what are you going to roll?
Yeah, I have gravitas of 11 and persuasion of 5, so my target number is a 16.
Damn, that's hardcore.
And with a -1 to the difficulty, what's that make this?
1.
Okay. That's a 10 and a 14, so 2 successes.
So you can bank a momentous.
That's the COHORS name for
Yeah,
it.
we out
Yeah.
in Threatus.
She said, yes, there's been a pall over our humble village of late.
What did you guys do that was bad? Because curses don't just pop up, ma'am.
We did nothing. It is the cult on the outside of town.
What cult is this?
They are new, and I...
Not the old cult that was back there.
They use the NIV Bible.
I don't think they've come up with a name yet.
Okay. The old cult just
Yeah.
used to just measure your thetans and shit.
They're workshopping a few things.
Still ritualizing in a tent just outside of town.
But they wear these strange red hats.
They've had some sacrificial study groups.
Okay.
But she tells you it's not, it doesn't have a name. It's just a growing cult of some wayward folk from the village and a very old family led by 2 brothers, Gislin and Ingolf.
Ghislaine and who? What are they doing back there?
Ingolf.
Okay.
I am sorry, Fraulein, but I find you tiresome. I will bed down for the night, but first a question. May I cook one of your goats and eat it?
No.
Well, do you have perhaps a glass of water
Yes.
I would drink? 'Cause
I will go lay down and feast on my anger.
So she tells you that Gislin and Ingolf's family has been living in the region for many generations, but it seems to her that each heir has seemed crueler and more vindictive than the last. So there wasn't nobility as such in the Germanic tribes, but from her explanation, it seems these 2 brothers are the closest thing there is, a respected, or in this case, feared family with some significant land holdings on the edge of town.
So this would be something Gino is very familiar with. His family is also the closest thing there is to nobility, according to these descriptions. He is a tribal elder himself as a politician. He comes from a Germanic tribe of the Bructeri, and I'm going to say the vendetta that he has is that the significant forebear, the tribal champion that is his ancestor, was his father that was murdered by a rival family member. So this will catch his interest if he encounters other families of essentially pseudo-nobility.
Cool. Okay. So she explains that recently, in the last few months, Gislin's demeanor had changed. He had once been a kindly and responsible youth, but he'd recently become cold and callous. She fears he's consorted with unnatural spirits like many of his ancestors did. He's been attracting followers. Each day, the group becomes more cult-like and cruel, and she is certain that they're behind the curse, but she doesn't know how.
What exactly are the effects of this curse upon your village, other than everyone occasionally turning into dicks on the road?
Well, it's not necessarily on the road, but you sleep and then you have terrible nightmares, and when you awaken, perhaps something terrible has been done by you.
Some of us are already trying to sleep!
my people are known to sleep while still swimming.
I know little of your people, but they sound quite different.
Yes, we are great warriors, my madam. It's possible I am descended from a king.
I guess it's technically possible. You
No.
literally know nothing about this ancient culture
no.
that you claim to be a part of.
No, it's cool. They still live underwater. We had future stuffs. We had a car. And I know you don't understand these things, but a jet ski. We were working on that. And then my dad, he was cool. He was like the toughest guy.
It's just an amazing coincidence that our society's leaders agreed to give land to anyone who was of the last remaining Atlanteans, and all of a sudden everyone starts to pop up thinking they're 1/8 Atlantean.
When they sent me on this mission, they're like, "Who's the coolest dude?" They're like, "Oh, it gotta be Herodian."
And they landed on you.
Yeah,
yes.
it's gotta be Herodian, and I was just standing there like snapping and like tapping my foot because the octopus was playing drums, and
Miltrude is nodding along. I buy it.
and so I rode the jet ski to the surface, and here I am.
So Gino turns back to the woman and says,
So obviously you are not the only ones afflicted with a curse.
Yes, it's a very different curse, but I
How can
suppose-
we help you?
help? You wish to help?
Yes, we are travelers on the road. We seek to do good. I seek to maim the entire family of those who cursed my father into oblivion. And yes, how can we help you?
Gislin and Ingolf and their followers have a farm. Walthrop can take you. Perhaps you could persuade him to raise the curse, stop whatever he's doing.
I can probably do that. I got experience in this.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Atlantean, I just wanted to let you know that it has been months since I have taken a lover, just in case you want to get under the me. Now we'll go back to sleep and evade you.
One time I convinced a crab to stop pinching.
So if you could go now, that would be great to investigate.
Okay, can you send us with any weapons or magic things, or do you guys even have anything? This place poor.
Yeah, so like as Herodian says, this woman is standing next to two elderly goats, a derelict shack.
I claim one of these goats as my steed.
I knew that was coming.
Come, Chrysius.
Obviously, there will be no sleeping tonight.
You can have one of the goats. This one is Black Peter, and this one is Gorloth.
I wonder which one he gave you.
Oh, no.
This one may not have an affliction, but he is cursed.
Well,
But no, it is late at night, so she tells you that you can, if you should wish, stay in the wooden hall that is essentially like the village longhouse.
yeah, we'll crash. That's fine.
And while we're staying here, I wish to put a question to you. As a mystic, I do have the ritual supplies for conducting alchemical experiments. Is there anything we could do to try to mitigate the effects of this curse upon your land?
I have no talents in the mystic arts. I don't know.
This woman, she got nothing for us.
Yeah, it's almost like the PCs are supposed to be the ones that do stuff.
Why is it always like this, these games?
I told you she was tiresome. I go to sleep now.
Okay, well, apparently it's nighttime. Okay, do you have any painting supplies? I can't sleep unless I paint.
So she takes you into the longhouse where there's a table and places to sit and pallets in the corner. And she says that the four of you, you three and Caius can stay there.
This place is shitty, considering what we're about to do for you. Like, what are we even getting paid for this?
Well, I don't know what you're getting paid, but I plan on taking on this cult head on and learning more about the mystic ne'er-do-wells that murdered my father.
Madam, if we do this for you, you gotta tell me your biggest secret.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be boring.
If you do it, I'll tell you my biggest secret.
Okay. Is it about these fucking goats?
No.
Oh, okay. That might be cool.
All right, I say we all get some rest and prepare for tomorrow.
I am sleeping now.
Oh, just look at her. She's so peaceful.
Gino jolts awake in the midst of the night.
Aye.
So, as darkness falls, none of you notice a creature lurking in the corner of the longhouse watching you. A spectral and disquieting creature. A body spun of spider webs that gleam in the moonlight. A faceless head that features a single dark reflective orb where their eyes should be. Something misshapen, peculiar about its body. It watches you, and it smiles as you fall asleep and enter the dreamland where it truly lives. And we'll end there.
Ooh, okay.
I'm dancing with the crabs.
So that is our introduction to COHORS Cthulhu, the beginning of the Quick Start adventure.
We got the Quick Start quite a long time ago, and we kind of hoped the full source book was shortly on its heels because we have such a good time with Octone Cthulhu. We were excited about it, but it's been quite a while. I don't know when that game is coming out, so...
Maybe never.
Yeah.
There was a law passed that you can't make games about the Roman Empire. And so they're going to rework it.
Is that an RFK Jr. thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
too many dead whales.
Yeah, well,
And-
we got an American Pope now, so it's all good.
No, I'm gonna go by the Modifius booth at Gen Con, which I will be attending.
Yeah, shake him down.
And I'm going to give them a what for?
Cohort me! Just walk up and just make demands.
Yeah. It could be out. I'm so bad at following things
Nah, it's
these
not.
days. No, you just check. Cool.
Yeah, probably.
But we will be returning to COHORS Cthulhu next episode.
Cool.
And as with most Modifius games, it's one of my favorite systems. I like it a lot. It's fun.
Yep.
And I love playing with these, like Austin said earlier, the pre-generated characters. Because as much as I love doing random character creation, which is one of my favorite things, I also love being given a character and not having to think.
Well, one of the strengths of Modifius to me with their pre-made characters, they give you a lot to go on.
Oh, hell yeah.
They really do. Not all pre-gen characters have this much information.
Yeah, just the structure of how their characters are built, things like these personal agenda, the characteristic, it gives us the thing to fixate on. Because
Yeah.
I think most of our best characters have revolved kind of around a single aspect that we just obsessively fixate on, and
Yeah.
it
And then
makes
as
that
we-
super
you know,
easy and intuitive.
That's how Octone Cthulhu started out, and then the characters developed off of those initial things, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Though I will have to say the ones in this book were a little hit or miss. You guys picked the good characters, but I didn't understand the addition of Big John Flotsam.
Oh, okay.
Just felt out of place.
Well.
He just walks around with a 2x4 with a
Yeah.
nail in it.
Yeah.
Hits people.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
No pants.
Jesus.
I don't get it.
And as always, when you're playing these games, you're going to need dice to roll.
I'm sorry, what was that, Austin? Did you mention dice?
Yeah.
Oh, you know where you can get dice?
No.
Sure you do. NorseFoundry.com.
Pay a lick of attention.
It's called Yes and.
Hear 'em?
Yeah.
That's dice. Go to NorseFoundry.com. They have all manner of dice made from all manner of materials. They're beautiful. You need them. And once you make your purchase, be sure you enter promo code CHAM at checkout. That's CHAM, CHAM, and you'll receive the 10% Bastard Quest discount at NorseFoundry.com.
Get you some goddamn dice. Your kids don't need all those meals.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
And we would also like to thank our sponsor, Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway Street in beautiful downtown Paducah, right there on the banks of the Ohio River.
Urinals big enough to swim in.
They're called Atlantean
Yeah,
urinals.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, classics. We're a river town.
Watch out for the pantsless guy with the 2x4, though.
Oh, God. Well, the pantsless guy, he's there to spank you in case you're having trouble peeing. He'll spank it right out of you
Does that help you?
with a 2x4.
You find that helps? If you're having some.
Something came out.
I don't know if it helps, but it don't hurt.
I didn't care for it.
I like pain. That's why I do this fucking show.
And speaking of helping, thanks to all of you who are listening. Thanks to all of you who have left reviews or ratings. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed to our Patreon
Spanked us?
and just engaged with us overall. We love you. We love having you in our audience. Please continue to be there.
That should be one of the perks of the Patreon. You get to spank us.
Give us a whooping.
Yeah.
We have different ideas.
Yeah, we
about
probably shouldn't do that. We probably
Patreon incentives.
We probably shouldn't give that as an incentive.
No,
Yeah,
I think there's laws.
We're the ones that give out the spankings.
Oh, it somehow got worse.
Stupid.
It always does.
I wear a belt all the time.
Austin's underwear has a belt.
Just ready.
But yeah, so we do appreciate our patrons a whole lot. They throw money at us.
Yeah. This is another game that was made possible by the contributions of patrons.
No, I think it was free. Pretty sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, we have a lot of great conversations on the Patreon Discord and most games, and we will buy the COHORS Cthulhu game when it comes out.
Oh, of course. If it is at Gen Con, I
That
will
is
get it.
so up Kyle's alley. He needs it for his shelf over there.
Agreed.
You need some more shelves with the amount of fucking games.
You're not wrong.
Your kids need to grow out of the toy phase. What are they, 17?
I don't know.
How old are those kids?
I can't. I'm terrible at math.
I don't know. Every time I see them, they're stacked up together under a trench coat.
Well,
Trying to get into a movie.
that's the only way we let them eat.
Yeah, they were
is if
watching-
they
yeah,
masquerade as an adult.
Yeah.
They're always fighting for who gets to be on top and actually eat.
Well, it's called gentle parenting.
Like Gentile parent? What?
Yeah, it's different.
All right, it's over.
Thank you for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.